Hey guys, but I love you here again. And over this past week, I've been posting on forums such as Reddit and League of Legends asking what kind of tutorials you guys want. And this has become the most requested one out of both those forums, so here is my tutorial on warding. So let's go ahead and get started with some facts about warding. First, it provides map awareness for your team. Second, which most people take advantage of, is that it's not just the support's role to put wards down. As a general rule of thumb, you want to buy at least one ward per bag. This way, you can do your part to help with map awareness. Third, proper ward placement is vital to winning or turning around a game. And last, there's three types of wards: offensive wards, defensive wards, and objective wards. Here's a map of the most commonly placed wards. I'm going to be going through each of these explaining what type of wards they are, and generally what time you put them down. So let's go ahead and get started. This first ward is probably one of the most underused wards I always see, and its purpose is to allow your AD carry to safely farm. Now, you don't need to actually use this ward unless the enemy team is sitting in the bush and has like a stun or a charge or a knockup or something to prevent you from farming. Now, this next ward is in the same area, but just in a different bush. You want to make sure to see if your lane is pushing or if it's falling back, because otherwise you're just wasting a ward. So make sure you check that out before placing anything, just to protect your AD carry. This next ward is pretty standard for the purple team, however for blue it's not. The higher elo up you get, the more you're going to need to be warding this area. What it does is it protects the purple team from getting ganked from the enemy team's jungle, and for the blue team it prevents you from getting ganked from behind. This ward provides multiple benefits to both teams. For the blue team, it allows the AD carry to push up and potentially get a kill, while for the purple team it prevents ganks. However, for both teams it allows you to see if the enemy team is trying to take dragon and when dragon is up. This next ward is used for the purple team to allow the AD carry to push the second tower. However, for the blue team it's used to protect the second tower. It's used to spot out any 3, 4, or 5-man ganks coming down the bottom to kill the tower. This ward is the same as the last. It allows the blue team's AD carry to push to the second tower safely, while for the purple team it allows you to see any 3, 4, or 5-man ganks coming. Also for the blue team, it gives you sight coverage on the blue buff. Let's switch over to middle for a little bit. This ward is to allow the blue team to be offensive and the purple team to be defensive. By putting a ward there, purple can see a gank coming from tri-bush up top, and also blue can see any gank trying to come at him from middle from the enemy jungle. This ward provides a couple of things. It shows when the enemy jungler is trying to gank the blue team in middle. It also shows if he's potentially going through your jungle to either gank bottom or to steal any buffs. This ward accomplishes for the purple team what the last one did for the blue team. It shows if the jungler is trying to gank middle, and also shows if the jungler is trying to sneak into your jungle to steal any buffs or any creeps. This is a nice ward to have. If you lost your tower as blue team, it helps bottom lane not get ganked by middle. And if you're purple team, it helps you from getting ganked when you're trying to push that second tower down. Using this ward, the blue team can push it to the second tower. Likewise, purple team can use this ward to defend against any 3, 4, or 5-man ganks to be able to hold the tower correctly. This is also a nice ward to have for the blue team if you're trying to push up solo to get that second tower. It prevents any ganks coming from top. Likewise, purple team, if you're having a turtle, this is a good ward to have to prevent any huge team fights that you're not ready for. Just like on the other side of the map, this gives purple the opportunity to be able to push that second tower either by yourself or with a partner. And with the blue team, it gives you the ability to see any incoming fights that you can prevent or, in fact, turn around. Let's switch over to top now. This ward is for trying to be aggressive on the blue team, trying to go for that kill or trying to push someone out of lane. And for the purple team, it's being defensive in case you've been ganked constantly and you're just trying to stay alive. This is generally a blue team only ward. With the way the map's set up, this gives you vision on the tri-bush and the river to stop any ganks. Unlike the last one, this is a purple team only ward. Usually if your team's playing correctly, this is the only ward you need. You can see the jungler coming from a long distance away and can easily save you from a gank. This is an amazing ward to have on the purple team if you're trying to push the second tower. It gives you vision of any ganks and gives you vision of when that blue buff is up. If on the blue team, it helps prevent any huge ganks coming your way to take you out. Just like its counterpart on the opposite side of the map, this allows the blue team to push to that second tower without the worry of being ganked. Likewise, on the purple team, it also prevents you from getting destroyed at your tower by like a 3 or 4-man gank. And now on to objective wards. You need to make sure to ward dragon about 4 to 5 minutes into the game to prevent the enemy team from doing it. Dragon control is really important to have during a game. It can decide between a win and a loss. If you're trying to do dragon, make sure to bring a pink ward. We have finally come to the most important ward of the game, the Baron ward. You need to make sure to have this warded when people start reaching level 13. And also you have to be prepared to reward this multiple times since the enemy team will usually have a pink ward on it or an oracle. But make sure you keep spending this money because in the end, Baron could be a game changer. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I know it was a little long. It actually took me about 8 hours to make, but I want to make sure I was thorough with it. If you guys have any tutorials you want to see, feel free to email me. I'll put that in the video info, or feel free to comment on the video. I really wish you guys would subscribe and like the video because this keeps me going and it helps me keep putting out more videos. So have a good one.